Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another week of Sabbath School Nuggets. First, before we begin, I just want to take a moment to say thank you to Cynthia for walking us through last week's lesson, Tried and Crucified, and again, it was another great study. This week's lesson is entitled, The Risen Lord. Our memory text for this week comes from Mark 16 and 6. But he said to them, "Do not be alarmed. You seek Jesus of Nazareth, who was crucified. He is risen. He is not here. See the place where they laid him." Now, as the lesson points out, all too often we Seventh-day Adventists shy away from any celebrations related to the resurrection of Jesus on Sunday, the first day of the week. Why? Well, because far too many of our Protestant friends use it as an excuse to support, Sunday's sacredness. Given our history with this, we tend to shift our focus to the events of Friday and Sabbath, completely forgetting that without the resurrection, our entire faith and religion is in vain. But when you think about it, the resurrection of Jesus, as it's found in the Gospel of Mark, is one of the greatest proofs that the Sabbath is in fact on the seventh day of the week, the day we call Saturday. And I would go so far as to argue that Resurrection Sunday is proof of Saturday that it's still the Sabbath. Follow the outline in Sunday's lesson. Every single scholar on the planet agrees that Jesus died on a Friday afternoon before sunset. As a matter of fact, they were able to lay Jesus in the tomb before sunset. The Bible calls that Friday the preparation day. Preparation for what? Well, for the Sabbath, which takes place the moment the sun sets that Friday evening. Again, every scholar on the planet, based on Mark's gospel, is forced to admit that Jesus rested on the Sabbath. They're also forced to admit that 35 years later, when Mark writes his gospel, he still refers to Sunday, not as the Sabbath or the Lord's Day or the Holy Resurrection Day, but rather, 35 years later, he still refers to Sunday as nothing more than the first day of the week. If the Sabbath had in fact been transferred from Saturday to Sunday, don't you think Mark would have noted that in his record? He doesn't, because no such transfer ever took place. The fact that the Bible refers to Resurrection Sunday as the first day of the week provides us with no better proof that Saturday, the seventh day of the week, is still the Lord's Day. And there's no greater proof of the fact, and that fact, than the resurrection of Jesus Christ on the first day of the week, Sunday. Well, that was our nugget for today. Again, thanks for coming by. Hope to see you for the rest of the week.